Welding might look like just sparks and steel, but behind the flame is a serious set of risks. Without proper procedures, one wrong move can lead to burns, fires, or even worse. In this video, we are breaking down the safe operating procedure steps every welder needs to follow to get the job done safely. Hello and welcome to My Safety Hub, your go-to source for all things health and safety. I'm Dylan Steyn, and in today's video we are focusing on a process that combines skill, precision and inherent risks, conducting a welding job. It is critical that welders follow strict safety protocols, and this SOP is designed to provide the necessary guidance. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button as to never miss another My Safety Hub video. It really helps the channel a lot. Now, let's get into today's video. This SOP provides a comprehensive guide to performing welding tasks safely, protecting personnel, minimizing environmental impact, and preventing property damage. This SOP applies to all company personnel tasked with conducting general welding jobs. The overreaching goal is to protect their health and safety and minimize environmental harm and prevent property damage by outlining clear and consistent procedures. The authority for implementing and enforcing this SOP lies with the designated authority or department, adhering to all relevant regulations and organizational policies. Management is accountable for providing resources, designated qualified personnel, and ensuring compliance with all safety protocols. All personnel conducting welding jobs are responsible for knowing and following the SOP and using appropriate PPE, reporting hazards, and participating in training sessions. Safety officers assist with SOP development, provide guidance, conduct inspections, and collaborate with management on incident prevention. Maintenance personnel perform regular maintenance on welding equipment to ensure proper functionality. This section identifies a wide range of potential hazards and their associated risks, along with control measures to mitigate them. Some key behavioral risks include improper fire prevention measures, incorrect work practices, insufficient lockout controls, and unauthorized access. The document identifies how distractions, lack of competence, or shortcut actions can contribute to accidents. All hazards are assigned a risk level, enabling prioritization control of implementation. Let's have a look at one of the highest risks in the form of a behavioral hazard. Improper or inadequate fire prevention measures. Improper or inadequate fire equipment available prevents active response to fire occurrences due to welding activities, causing an uncontrolled fire resulting in property damage of R1 million upwards, burn trauma such as first or second degree burns, swelling, blistering, fatalities, or even multiple fatalities. Essential PPE for safe welding includes hearing protection, overalls, foot protection, hand protection like cut resistant or disposable, heat resistant and leather gloves, a welding helmet and a dust mask. These items are vital in protecting against burns, eye injuries, fume inhalation, electric shock and other welding related hazards. This SOP details the three procedures in three main parts, namely the pre-task checks, a thorough equipment inspection, electrical safety must be verified, check the work area for surroundings, hazards and flammable materials. Ensure you review safety procedures and inspect personal protective equipment. Check for adequate ventilation and good weather conditions. Secure the work area and test all emergency equipment. Finally, communicate with all your team members. Conducting the task. These include safe positioning, setting up of equipment, preparing the workpiece, wearing your PPE correctly, initiating and maintaining arc control, monitoring surroundings, handling welding materials properly, avoiding excessive fume exposure, properly completing the weld and handling post-weld operations safely, and maintaining communications with the team throughout the process. Post-task checks. This includes shutdown procedures, equipment inspections, checking the work area for hazards, securing all tools and materials, cleaning the work area, checking the ventilation systems and inspecting PPE for damage. Review the documentation, communicate the status of the task, debrief the team, inspect the grounds and dispose of all waste materials. The SOP specifies procedures to thoroughly ensure you're following this effectively and safely. This SOP uses a multifaceted approach to managing risks. Engineering controls such as extraction fans and ventilation systems. Administrative controls includes clearly named appointments. These use appropriate certificates, important documentation, and the implementation of safety signs and various inspections. And of course, a number of PPE controls as well. And lastly, we have our final section of the SOP. These final sections cover related documentations, the importance of reviewing and updating the SOP, mandatory training procedures for all relevant personnel, keeping records of incidents, tracking revisions to the document, and ensuring proper communication and understanding of the SOP. Welding presents many potential hazards, but with careful planning, adherence to safety protocols, and guidance of this comprehensive SOP, we can significantly minimize those risks and create a safer, more productive welding environment. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found today's video helpful, please leave it a like and share it with your colleagues. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button as to never miss another My Safety Hub video. Leave us a comment down below if you have any questions or insights you'd like us to share. And as always, stay safe, stay inspired, keep welding on, and until next time, take care.